Good morning, everyone. Let's begin our class with a prayer. Miss Alamis, can you lead us to prayer? In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good morning, class. I hope you're all doing well. Let's greet each other's. How are you all doing today? Now, let's check the attendance. When I call on your name, kindly unmute your microphone and say present. Binaning, Karin, Dalumpines, Filipio, Flores. Great job! Everyone is present today. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Before we dive into today's topic, let's set some ground rules for our virtual class. Do you remember our classroom rules? Number 1, be punctual. Number 2, respect others' turns. Number 3, use appropriate language. Number 4, camera on for connection. And number 5, tech check before class. Very good! And who can still remember our 5 golden rules? Yes, Miss Garongay. Great memorization skill, Miss Garongay. Those are to engage, respect, listen, participate, and collaborate. These guidelines will help to create a positive and effective learning environment for all of us. Now, let's quickly review our previous lesson with a fun activity called the Taki Test. Can anyone tell me what our last topic was? Precisely, Ms. Hernando. It's all about the cell discovery and theory. Now, can you name the scientists who made the significant contribution to the discovery of the cell? Excellent, Miss Irene. And now, in the theory presented, which aspect did you find the most unbelievable or intriguing? Excellent! Thank you for sharing. Now, let's move on for today's motivation, the Cell Detective Challenge. I will show you a list of organisms that cells A and cell B can produce. Observe and tell me what you observe in the pictures. Absolutely. Cell A produces bacteria-like organism, while cell B can create a different organism like plants, animals, and amoeba. It's fascinating how a diverse life can be. Each type of cell has its unique features that contribute to the function of different living beings.
Now, let's move on to our main lesson with an exciting activity titled Cell Exploration Scavenger Hunt. Choose either the plant cell or animal cell, and let's replicate its structure using common household items you find. You have 2 minutes to explore your homes, and feel free to take pictures or describe the items you find. Get creative and resourceful in representing each cell structure. Your timer starts now. Time is up. Share your findings on the virtual screen. Wow! You're very creative in making a replica. I want you to take a picture of it and send it to our group chat so I can record it later. Great job, everyone! I have a question. Why did you choose a specific household item to represent a particular cell structure? Yes, Mr. Himino? Very good. Next, what did your classmate choose for the same cell part, and how were they like or unlike yours? I see Mr. Ken raising his hands. Great observations, Mr. Ken. For our last question, how do you think the things you choose show what real cells actually do? Yes, Ms. Ligas. Very good analyzation, Ms. Ligas. Okay. Wonderful insights, everyone. Let's give ourselves a yo-yo-yo cheer. 1, 2, 3, go. G-double-O-E, G-double-O-E, good job. Good job. Alright. This activity not only enhances our understanding of cell structures, but also encourages creativity and critical thinking. Keep up the great work, and let's continue exploring the fascinating world of cells in our lessons.
Today, we embark on an exciting journey into the intricate world of cells. As we peer through the microscope of knowledge, our focus turns in the diversity of cells and the fascinating structures that define life at its most fundamental level. So buckle up as we delve into today's lesson titled Cell Types and Structures. Before we delve into our topic, let's have first our learning objectives for this lesson so that we will be guided throughout the discussion. Okay, at the end of the lesson, the students will be able to Number 1 is to identify the types and structures of a cell. Number 2, articulate the significance of a cell as the fundamental structural and functional unit of life. And number 3, arrange the names of cell structures in correlation of their specific locations within a given cell. Do any one of you have an idea what is a cell is? Yes, Mr. Martizano, I see your full knowledge eyes. Precisely, thank you very much. A cell is the smallest basic unit of life responsible for all life's processes. A cell is the smallest unit of the capacity to perform all the essential functions necessary for life. Whether it's the obtaining energy, replicating DNA, or responding to the environment, every vital process occurs within the confines of a cell. Did you know that there are two types of cell? No? Okay, those are the prokaryotic cell and the eukaryotic cells. Let's define first what is the prokaryotic cells, or also known as prokaryotes. Okay, prokaryotic cells is lack of nucleus and having a nucleus instead. Examples include archaea, bacteria, and cyanobacteria, and also single-celled microorganisms. Cell size ranges from 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer in diameter. Hereditary material can be either DNA or RNA. And lastly, it reproduces primarily through binary fission and may use conjugation as an alternative to sexual reproduction. Yes, Miss Nobel, I see you're raising your hands. Okay, excellent question. Why do prokaryotic cells lack a nucleus? Well, prokaryotic cells evolved to perform essential functions without a separate nucleus. This design allows for more a straightforward and efficient structure. Okay, now let's have our next type of cell, the eukaryotic cell, or also known as the eukaryotes. Now, eukaryotic cells is characterized by a true nucleus. Size ranges from 10 to 100 micrometers in diameter. This also includes the plants, fungi, protozoans, and animals. Plants like trees, flowers, and mosses. And fungi, protozoans, and animals like cats, dogs, and also humans because we are considered as animals. The plasma membrane regulates nutrient and electrolyte transport, facilitating cell-to-cell communication, just like the cells in our nervous system. Next, reproduction through both sexual and asexual means, just like the egg cells in female, and also the sperm cells on males. And lastly, plant cells have distinctive features like chloroplast and central vacuoles absent in animal cells. Yes, Miss Orteza. Okay, great question. What is the significance of true nucleus in eukaryotic cells? The true nucleus in eukaryotic cells is enclosed with a membrane, providing a protected environment for the genetic material and allowing for more complex cellular processes. Okay, did I answer your question? Thank you, Ms. Orteza. Are we still in class? Click the like button if you're still in the discussion. Okay, very good. Now let's proceed to the structure of a cell. Here, we're going to identify what are the things inside a cell. The cell structure comprises individual components with specific function essential to life processes. And the first one of these is the cell membrane. The cell membrane is the outer covering of a cell that regulates substance movement, protects the cell, and separates it from the external environment. As you can see here in our plant cell, this is the cell membrane. Next, we have the cell wall. The cell wall, made of cellulose, hemicellulose, and pectin, is a rigid structure exclusive to plant cells, providing support, shape, and protection against external factors. Yes, Miss Porol. Okay, why do only plants have cell walls? That's a great question, Miss Pearl. Thank you. Plant cells have cell walls for structural support, maintaining shape and protection. However, on the other side, the animal cells rely on other mechanisms to support. Okay, did I get your question right? Okay, thank you. Now let's proceed to our next cell structure, the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is a thick, gel-like substance within the cell membrane where most chemical reactions occur, and it suspends cell organelle. The next one is the nucleus. The nucleus, surrounded by a nuclear envelope, contains DNA, sends signals to the cellular processes, and is integral to a plant cell structure, as you can see here. This is the nucleus. Yes, Miss Kirai. Okay, what role does the nucleus play in cellular processes? Well, the nucleus acts as a control center, housing genetic material and coordinating activities crucial for the cell's functioning. Thank you, Ms. Kirai. Okay, let's have our last cell structure, which is the cell organelles. The cell organelles is diverse structures within a cell, each with specific functions contributing to life processes. Those are the nucleus, the nuclear membrane, the chromosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, mitochondria, lysosomes, chloroplasts, and the vacuoles. I see Miss Regina raising his hands. Yes, Mr. Regina. Okay, how do these organelles work together? That's a fantastic question, and it brings us to the intricacies that how these organelles collaborate to ensure that cells, individuals, and functionality. We'll explore more about interactions in our upcoming lessons. Thank you, Ms. Regina. Again, what is a cell? Very good. And what are the two types of cells? Precisely, those are the prokaryotic cells and the eukaryotic cells. And what are the main structures of a cell? Okay, well done. Now let's bring some interactive fun into our learning environment with the Virtual Cell Exploration Challenge. And for the instructions, I'm going to share the link to the game. Each of you will play the game to identify and differentiate various cell structure. Number 2, you will have 2 minutes to complete each of the game. Take screenshots of your scores for each game and compile them. Send a compiled screenshot to your respective group chat. Number 3, declare when you completed all the games before moving on to the next one. And lastly, for number 4, after everyone has finished, we'll discuss the challenges you faced, interesting discoveries you made, and the relevance of virtual games in learning. Feel free to share your insights and ask questions. Alright class, go ahead and start the game. Remember to take screenshots of your scores, and once you are done, send the compiled screenshots to your group chat, and your timer starts now. Your time is up. Is everyone has completed the challenge? Great job! I hope you enjoyed the Virtual Cell Exploration Challenge. Now, let's discuss what we have learned with a few questions. Now for number 1, what are the two types of cells and what are their differences? Yes, Miss Valdana. Excellent! The distinction between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell is fundamental to understanding the diversity of life. Now, on to the next question. What are the main structures of a cell? May I call on Mr. Tubig? Great job, Mr. Tubig. These structures work in harmony to ensure the cell's survival and functionality. And for our last question, why do you think the significance of a cell as the fundamental structural and functional unit of life? Let's have Ms. Erdine. Spot on! Cells are indeed the building blocks of life, responsible for everything from energy production to the growth and reproduction. Understanding their structure and function is fundamental to grasping the intricacies of life itself. Mr. Visor, do you agree with Mr. Ordine's answer? Absolutely! The specialization of cells allows us for incredible diversity of life. Every cell type has a unique role, contributing to the overall functioning of the organism. Yes, Ms. Walter, do you want to add something? Well said! The continuity of life is made possible through the transfer of genetic information from one cell to its offspring. This ensures the preservation of traits across generations. Your insights are very impressive, class. Great job! The cell truly serves as the cornerstones of biology. As we continue our exploration, we'll uncover even more fascinating aspects of cellular biology. Just like one of our school's core values, the compassion. In learning about cells, let's show compassion. Just as cells work together, so do we, supporting and understanding each other. Keeping up the curiosity and engagement, class, and let's give ourselves a yo-yo-yo cheer. 1, 2, 3, go! G-O-O-D, G-O-O-D, good job, good job. G-O-O-D, G-O-O-D, good job, good job. Okay, thank you.
Now, to wrap up our class today, let's have a quick assessment with a cell biological quiz. I've sent the Google form link in the group chat or scan the QR code on the screen. Please enter the quiz and choose the letter of the correct answer and submit your responses. I'll give you 10 minutes to answer the quiz. It is a great way to reinforce what we've covered today. In a count of 3, 2, 1, submit now your answers. Fantastic job, everyone. I appreciate your participation. This quiz is a helpful tool for both you and me to gauge your understanding for today's lesson. Before I give you your assignment, let's assess if we reach our learning objectives for today. Did we identify the types of structures of a cell? Okay. Did we articulate the significance of a cell as the fundamental structural and functional unit of life? Okay. Did we arrange the names of the cell structures in correlation with the specific location within a given cells? Okay. Before you go, let's wrap up with a fascinating activity that will connect what we've learned to our everyday lives. It's time for the cell functions in daily lives assignment. For your assignment, I want you to explore how cells play a role in everyday life activities. Okay? Provide examples of how cells contribute to support and structure growth, substance transport, and energy production and reproduction in living organisms. The third is connect this function to their importance in maintaining life processes through a concept of map or web. And kindly follow these formats: paper size A4, font Arial, space 12, spacing 1, add space after the paragraph, alignment left, margin 1 or 1 inch, up, down, left, and right, orientation, portrait. This assignment will help you understand how the concept we've covered today relate the worlds or the real worlds and its opportunity to showcase your creativity in critical skills. Do you have any questions? If none, that concludes our class today. Thank you, class, for your participation, and I'm excited to teach you more things about the world of science. Have a fantastic day, and until our next class, goodbye and mabuhay.